What do you think is missing right now? What do aspirants require the most?
At this point of time, I think what aspirants in general require the most is a boost in their own confidence. I feel that यूपीएससी का जो प्रिपरेशन है वो बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट होता है फॉर एवरी कैंडिडेट.
Even if a student gives the exam 2 times, 3 times, that doesn't mean that their likelihood of passing goes up because that confidence keeps on.
What we should try and strive for is that everybody reaches a higher potential for them to perform in the examination and for the country to have officers that are very, very good for the entire system.
Ma'am, is there any student that you've seen that made you realize this?
Yeah, actually, there are lots of such stories.
How does UPSC Guru reduce this pressure and build that confidence within the students?
We are trying to help people be better officers. So I think that is an approach that is something that we are trying to do for students.
आप interview process को कैसे differently approach करते हो?
The interview guidance program that we have, it's called the Interview Edge. So what we are trying to provide to the candidate is something that sort of unleashes their true reality actually.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. आज हम बात करने वाले हैं about a completely new approach to the IAS exams that will not only help you pass the exam but also help you become an excellent, dignified and confident Indian civil servant. If you're not one of the thousands of students who have benefited from ma'am's guidance, allow me to do a quick introduction, ma'am. So, ma'am is a very unique mentor in the IAS coaching space in that she has not only worked at the top IAS coachings in India, where she has guided thousands of students pass the exams across all of its stages, but she's also had the benefit of learning the top methods from legendary academicians in India, like Mr. Andre Vette, Rabindra Ray, Rajni Palewala from DSE. So she has the unique benefit of combining the best methods which are happening both in the IAS coaching space as well as the best methods of learning जो होते हैं within the Indian academic space as well. And this is one of the primary reasons why a lot of students have benefited from her. Ma'am, if you could please tell us a little bit about your vision behind UPSC Guru.
Thank you for having me. UPSC Gurus actually was a concept that we came about because while I was guiding these students in my experience earlier, what I noticed was that a lot of times these candidates are going through excruciating and very, very painful times. In those phases, there are the entire process is made more difficult because they're having conversations. I mean, the entire process is filled with conversations wherein हम एग्ज़ाम के बारे में बात करते हैं कि ये बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट है. बहुत सारे मतलब आप 10 lakh students write the examination but only 0.1% qualify that. So all the other candidates, unfortunately, the collective conscience is discussing how the difficulty level of the examination is. Having said that, the exam turns out to be more difficult for candidates and than what it actually is. Secondly, the environment that they are existing in is very sort of does not nurture their individuality to actually reach the highest potential.
Who is this video for?
Actually, there are lots of candidates. This video is not for everyone. This video is basically if you feel that you're a candidate, जिसकी सारी preparation sorted है, you're absolutely fine, you're comfortable in your zone, you're doing well, then this video is not really for you. If you are a candidate who is struggling at any level and you feel that कुछ बाकी है, you're not able to figure it out, you're trying very hard and you're still not able to make it, this video is for those candidates who've tried it out, who've been there and who still want to then spread their wings and then try harder and then write the exam. This video is especially for them.
Current climate when there's so many students, right, and the UPSC is at the highest regarded stage that it's ever been in, what do you think is missing right now? What do aspirants require the most?
Actually, at this point of time, I think what aspirants in general require the most is a boost in their own confidence. I feel that यूपीएससी का जो प्रिपरेशन है वो बहुत ही डिफ़िकल्ट होता है फॉर एवरी कैंडिडेट, द वंस हु क्वालिफाई एंड द वंस हु डोंट क्वालिफाई. बट बिकॉज देर इज़ अ डिस्कोर्स दैट हैपन्स अराउंड यूपीएससी एंड most candidates, unfortunately, because of the limited number of seats, not because of merit alone, because of the limited number of seats, will never be able to make it through. And those conversations float around a lot. So जो एग्ज़ाम की डिफ़िकल्टी लेवल है, एक्सपीरियंस जो कैंडिडेट का होता है वो उस डिफ़िकल्टी से बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. एंड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई थिंक दैट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस द पोटेंशियल एट विच दे कैन function that gets reduced. So in case there is a possibility wherein we can instill that confidence in candidates to realize their own potential and to not always have a feeling that they're unworthy, I think that is something that is grossly missing in the entire ecosystem of this examination and the aspirants.
Wow. So, it's you're saying that then even if a student gives the exam 2 times, 3 times, that doesn't mean that their likelihood of passing goes up because that confidence keeps on
Yeah.
decreasing.
Actually, because it's a long drawn process, आप उसमें anything between 1 year to 10 years दे सकते हैं. And at that point of time, जब आप उतना time दे रहे हैं and you're going through pressures that you're having your own responsibilities, and you're failing subsequently every time. It's a 1.5 year cycle or a 1 year cycle for individuals. And when you're not qualifying, every time that you don't qualify, it's not really that you're preparing and you're bound to have more probability of qualifying. You're also carrying the burden of the previous years that you have not been able to qualify.
Yeah.
So, having said that, it's a tough examination, but what we should try and strive for is that everybody reaches a higher potential for them to perform in the examination and for the country to have officers that are very, very good for the entire system. And those people who are unfortunately unable to qualify should also not go back with a feeling that they're unworthy. And वो जिस भी field में वापस जाएं, they should be able to perform there.
Absolutely. Ma'am, is there any student that you've seen that made you realize this?
Yeah, actually, there are lots of such stories. And what I feel is that I'll tell you a story about a student, but this particular story would resonate with most candidates because at some point of time, everybody has felt unworthy in this process for people who did qualify and for people who did not as well. So, I'll tell you about this girl who I had known, and she happened to be very good in studies at this point of time when she was preparing for civil services. She did everything right, and she had her notes, she had her preparation done on point, everything was prepared. But every single time that you have a deeper conversation with her, she was mentally always feeling that she will not qualify. Unfortunately, somewhere behind there was this fear that mujhse nahi ho payega. I am not like those people who make it. And unfortunately, she could not make it, but she happened to be someone who went on to do something really good otherwise. But this happens with most candidates, and it is a feeling that is very difficult to deal with. However, there are, like, if we reduce the sort of the discourse around it, if we reduce the amount of pressure that the candidate is feeling, I think that is something that will allow them to perform much better.
That makes a lot of sense. But how does UPSC Guru reduce this pressure and build that confidence within the students?
Actually, I think with UPSC Gurus, because the entire organization has come with people, people with a lot of experience have come together, and people who are like-minded in terms of academicians and officers who think that this is not the right approach for the entire system. So I think because of that, the way we approach it, we never distinguish between a candidate who we feel is a serious one or a non-serious one, or a candidate who is probably going to qualify or not qualify. So we actually treat all candidates equal, and also the officers who are collaborating with us, who are coming together, guiding these students, have the vision that we are not just trying to make people qualify the examination, we are trying to help people be better officers. So I think that is an approach that is something that we are trying to do for students.
Wonderful. And I've had the good privilege of speaking to a couple of the students that were working with UPSC Guru. And one thing that stood out was सब बोल रहे थे कि उनकी interview process is amazing and it's very, very different. So, ma'am, could you help us understand आप interview process को कैसे differently approach करते हो?
Okay. So the interview guidance program that we have, it's called the Interview Edge. So what we are trying to provide to the candidate is something that sort of unleashes their true reality, actually. So the UPSC is actually doing a personality test. And at this point of time, what the candidates have to do is to actually authentically show their personality. तो जब कोई candidate हमारे पास आता है, there are few things I would like to tell you. Like we've noticed, we have certain panel members who've been chairpersons of other state
Oh,
services,
wow.
etc. And while we were discussing, they mentioned that the moment a candidate comes to them and they see repeated statements which go around in the in the process of guidance, etc.
What kind of repeated statements?
Things like, I remember just this much only, I'm not able to recall, but almost like repeated candidates would be making these statements repeatedly in their interviews. And what they said was that it was very easy for them to recognize what they're saying, and they knew that this is
Ah.
not just coming from them, it is coming from the guidance that they've been given. So, when this was happening at that point of time, there was a candidate that we had, and that candidate had not taken interview guidance yet from other sources. And when we guided the student, we tried to just understand the authenticity in the student and try to refine the way that candidate talks. And when that happened, and the person had their first mock interview, the performance was very good, and the feedback, of course, was that the person is sounding very real. And I think that is where the unleashing of the personality happens, which they can then observe and then mark the person accordingly.
So, ma'am, I couldn't help but notice you said this was a student who had not taken other interview training before.
Yes.
So, what if I have taken a previous interview training before? Is it too late for me?
Not at all. Actually, I'll give you another example. So, हमारे पास एक student आया, and the student happens to be an IITian.
Oh, wow.
And the student really was very well prepared. उसने अपना prelims बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ा था, mains बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ा था. The amount of knowledge that candidate had was enormous. But that candidate could not perform well in social issue questions. And when we are sitting for the UPSC mock interview or UPSC interview, at that point of time, you have to know that you are just on the verge of starting your journey to be a public servant.
Yeah.
You have to serve people. And when you have to serve people, you have to have that understanding of social issues, and you have to have the understanding of how to serve society better. तो उस स्टूडेंट से वैसे क्वेश्चंस हो नहीं पा रहे थे, तो हमारे पैनल में वो स्टूडेंट आया एंड ही गेव अ लॉट ऑफ गुड आंसर्स, वेरी इंप्रेसिव आंसर्स, बट एवरी टाइम देयर वाज अ सोशल इशू क्वेश्चन, द पर्सन वाज faltering. So the person went back and we had a discussion, and we had all the panel members were not finding him as authentic and were not really able to relate to him, and things like that happened.
So, everything he did perfect,
Yes,
just the social issues.
just the social issue questions. So then we called him back for feedback, and जब वो feedback के लिए वापस आया, and that point of time we started giving feedback, each one of us. So we also do one thing, that in our panel we have all officers, and I am there as the representative of the organization, and with our experiences we guide the students, and in our mock interviews each of us gives a detailed feedback. So it's not
Each of you?
Yeah, so it's a very detailed process in terms of feedback that we provide. So once that was done, the chairperson of our board asked the candidate that, do you have any questions for us? If you want to ask, you can go ahead. So when the candidate started speaking, he told us that I have been given certain frames in which I plan my answers of social issues, and I'm trying my level best to utilize those frames and give the answers, but somehow you're not satisfied and I'm really not understanding what to do. And जब उस कैंडिडेट ने ये बोला, उसकी एक ये स्टेटमेंट जो थी, that was much more authentic than anything that he had discussed with us.
Wow.
It changed the perspective of the board. There was immediate empathy that was generated, and people started understanding him better. And then there was another round of feedback actually that happened for him, and they could explain to him that what was going right and what was going wrong. And at that point of time, the main feedback, if I can summarize, was that you shouldn't really be thinking of social issues or any other question in terms of frames. What you need to do is to understand the question, particularly in terms of what they are asking. Try to utilize all the knowledge and experience that you have to serve the person who is the most vulnerable in that situation, and accordingly plan your answer then and there. And we suggested to him that try it in certain other mocks, and a few days later he did try this out, and we got a feedback call from him that the feedback that he now got on his answers was tremendously different from what he was doing otherwise. So that is what makes the difference, because authenticity actually creates a connect, and that, I think, is something that the candidates should have, an access to understand.
That's amazing, ma'am. To get personalized feedback from multiple officers on the panel and then use that feedback to successfully change, is this only because he's an IITian, ma'am, or will the rest of us also get this benefit?
Not at all. Actually, he was an IITian, but how we approach it is that the decision of writing the civil services exam is of the candidate. If the candidate has decided that I am worthy of writing the examination, that decision should totally lie with that candidate. We, as people who are guides and mentors and teachers, should never distinguish between a candidate who has potential or
Yeah.
who does not. And even the way we interact and articulate, you will never hear people from our team saying that a serious candidate would be doing this, because there is always a cycle in which when you're studying for civil services, you're always self-evaluating, and unfortunately most of the days you go to bed thinking that you're not worthy. But that is what will actually reduce your chances of performing in a manner that can, take you forward. So definitely that candidate happened to be an IITian, but this particular way of guiding people is available to absolutely everyone who would have any association with us.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I can now understand why those students were speaking so highly about the interview process. So interview process के अलावा ma'am, what else does UPSC Guru do? How I can sense a lot of support जो students को मिल रहा है और कौन सी areas में support मिल सकता है?
So UPSC Gurus is actually a place wherein people can connect with us and take multiple things that we provide absolutely free of cost, which we think should be there for candidates. So on all our platforms, every single day we put out information that would benefit them, and we are in a phase of attention wherein attention spans are shorter, and we would like people to be able to utilize very small bits. So in terms of the news analysis that we put out, or in terms of we provide a free question every single day for means answer writing, for which if some candidate wishes to write can get the feedback within 24 hours for sure. And similarly we have practice questions available for prelims, etc. So that is for candidates who would at any phase of time, at any phase, want to connect with us on any of our platforms. Having said that, if further there is any requirement, we have our entire full-fledged mentoring program going on, and we have guidance for prelims, for mains, and for the year-round guidance. We also have a program in which a student can connect with us just for a month, and there are lots of doubts that students have, lots of difficulties that they have. If they want a mentor to connect with them for a short period of time but want to get rid of all the doubts that they have, they can connect with us for that as well. Of course, there's an interview guidance program and other programs that we have on our website that people can connect with us for. Having said that, actually mentoring has a very specific role.
Specific role?
मेंटरिंग का हमारे सिस्टम में जहाँ पे अभी कैंडिडेट्स, सो मेनी एस्पिरेंट्स आर प्रिपेयरिंग एवरी सिंगल ईयर, राइट? 10 lakh candidates fill the form. More than 5 lakh candidates sit for the examination. 0.1% people qualify the examination, right? So when you take the decision to actually write the examination, the amount of knowledge that you have around you is enormous. Just like us, there'll be other people who will be guiding people, who will be giving everything that they require. But at that point of time, आपको करना क्या है, क्या नहीं करना है, चीज़ों का क्या मतलब है, how to implement it, how to make your unique plan, all this becomes a challenge. I'll tell you the story of one of the candidates who I had mentored. She told me the story of what she had done a year before she came to me. So she had really tried very hard. She wanted to prepare, उसने सब कुछ करना था, and she was very enthusiastic. She had all the books that were recommended. उसने सारे sources लिए, सब कुछ किया. And 2-3 days before the prelims examination, she had a pile filled of books.
Oh my God.
Right? And that entire pile was something that she wanted to complete, and she was very passionate. So she, like, it was a huge pile that she had on her table. हर एक book में कुछ उसने mark किया हुआ था कि मुझे ये पढ़ना है, वो पढ़ना है. She decided 3 days. She completed it all.
How many
Which-
books, out of curiosity, would that
I
be?
think it must be like notes and books, I think more than 45
Oh my
maybe.
In 2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days. And she was so passionate that she actually sat down and completed each one of them. And a few hours before she completed the process, a few hours before she concluded her preparation, she sat down and she took a picture of the entire thing, which she showed me कि मैम मैंने ये किया था. I was moved. I was, the enormity of what she could complete. And then she became my mentee. So I had access to guiding her every week, every month. And at that point in time, I sort of streamlined what she was doing. I taught her that how can you actually reduce this burden for you in the
So
end.
this was the second time that she was
This
here?
was her second attempt. And like the kind of guidance that is actually required, that आपको किस तरीके के notes बनाने हैं, आपको किस तरीके का synopsis बनाना है, what are the things that you should do, should not do, and everything, what are the things you should focus on, and all of that. So we could refine the entire process for her. And when she sat for her last few days before the prelims in this year, the number of books that she had were like one book per subject or something.
Wow.
So that is the reduction that actually made her focus so well on what she had to do. And then, of course, she went on to qualify the examination. Now she's an IS officer, she's serving. So,
Wow.
yeah, so, such stories happen, and it's really needed that the students get the right mentoring, the right approach. But one more aspect is that when we provide mentoring as well, it has to be unique for every candidate, because it's no one size fits all. Every candidate has a way of reading, So some candidate would actually sit down and do 10 revisions one day before prelims. On the other hand, there would be candidates who would do like 3 revisions overall. So आपका student जो है जिसको आपको guide करना है वो किस तरीके से पढ़ता है, is the person more visual, is the person comfortable with learning numbers, or what are the things that the people have their strengths in, and all of that, वो सारी चीज़ें समझ के we then try to guide the candidate.
Okay. Okay. I think it's very clear, ma'am, the influences from the great professors that you've had at Delhi University and the personalized methods
Yeah.
that you're taking for each of these students. My question is, ma'am, so it's wonderful that she became an IS officer. Is this also possible for first timers?
Yeah, certainly. So as I mentioned, that these days the problem is not of selecting. The problem is of plenty. The amount of guidance available, the things available are a lot. This is certainly possible for a person who's a first timer. And in case a candidate, suppose, decides to start preparing today, and the first few months actually get wasted in identifying what they're supposed to do, that is a big wastage if we see the entire number of months and the entire amount of study that they need to do for actually qualifying the exam. So if they have the guidance right in the beginning, personalized guidance that can actually streamline what they should do, particularly in terms of how they have been otherwise, in case आपने अपना जब आपने board exam दिया, जब आपने अपने graduation के exams दिए, how were you studying, what were you doing, what kind of methods did you follow, आपने short period of time में कैसे अपना exam का syllabus cover किया, all of that, if we can have conversations with the students, we can streamline how they should be preparing for civil services. And then obviously the macro design remains the same, but the micros make a lot of difference for the candidate. If that
Absolutely.
can be told to the candidate in terms of what's best for him or her, then it'll save a lot of months of that candidate, and the person can actually utilize time in the best possible manner and then go on to write the exam.
Wow. Thank you so much for this insight, ma'am. And there are now less than 2 months left. What would you recommend an aspirant to do in these last 40 days?
Okay, so actually, last 40 days are the game changers. So
Why?
there'll be a lot of candidates, unfortunately, at this point in time, who will be thinking that should I skip my attempt?
Oh my God.
And it's very painful, it's very difficult. And yes, for a few candidates, it would be appropriate because, they would have very few attempts left. But majorly, सारे स्टूडेंट्स को डिसाइड करना चाहिए कि वो इस एग्ज़ाम को लिखें, and they should take the attempt if they have prepared the entire year for this examination. And secondly, what they should be doing at this point of time is, अगर आपके पास 40 days हैं, so you should divide it between 1 month and 10 days, wherein the 1 month should be given in a very strict plan to follow, wherein you should be deciding that these many number of days I have to give to this subject, to this subject. बहुत ज़्यादा fear होता है students में at this point in time, wherein they start feeling कि okay, I have decided to give 5 days to polity. While they're reading polity, they would start feeling that time for geography will not be enough, time for this will not be enough. So the pressure that they're actually undergoing at this point of time is enormous. एंड वो होते हुए भी you have to stick to the plan for 30 days. Stick to the plan, complete what you've decided. पूरा complete नहीं हो पाए तो focus on what UPSC asks, previous year questions में क्या होता है, do regular questions and then reach the last 10 days. Last 10 days की journey is different for everyone. Some people will do, as I mentioned, 10 revisions, 15, 20 revisions. They'll flip through it, they'll try to recall. The other candidates would do maybe decided 3 revisions, and they'll stick to that. So whatever your plan and comfort is, last 2 days you have to ease your entire pace. You have to be very conscious of what you're doing, what you're not doing, and at that point of time you have to sort of again remind yourself that you're worthy. And then there are very specific processes of how to attempt the CSAT paper, how to attempt the GS paper, and empower yourself with that knowledge. Stick to that, go to your exam hall, and do what you've decided. Even though you have decided certain things, contingencies will happen. UPSC exam is sort of designed in a way that it will shock you. It'll make you feel that आपने जो कुछ भी पढ़ा है उसमें से कुछ नहीं आया, ये पेपर कहाँ से आया हमें नहीं पता. All of that will happen. Still, you have to then understand that जब आप एग्ज़ाम के लिए बैठे हैं वहाँ पे जितने कैंडिडेट्स हैं, दिस एक्सपीरियंस दैट इज़ हैपनिंग, दैट आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज़ देयर इन दिस एग्ज़ाम, विल बी ऑफ एवरी कैंडिडेट, एंड you have to do better than those candidates. So you don't have to lose hope at that point in time, because the people you're competing with are going to have a very similar experience as you, right? So it's not about getting a score, it's about qualifying the examination. Doing better than the people. So mental clarity at that point of time will really help. So all of these things combined, I think this is how one can approach the last 45 days.
That was a lot of gold that you just gave, ma'am. I'll just summarize it for you all. So, it's very important. Personalized approach लेना बहुत बहुत important होता है. And ये personalized approach थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है when there are so much content that is being put out there for everybody in general,
Right.
and not for you for specific, right? So आपके stories में ma'am, a lot of the students were taking UPSC Guru's help for this personalized approach for the whole year when they're writing their second attempt or their first attempt. Is it too late in the last 40 days to take help for this sort of a personalized approach from UPSC Guru?
No, not really. Actually, the last 40, like for every phase of the examination, the guidance would change.
Okay.
So, in case it's the last 45 days or the last 80 days or the last 100 days or the last 180 days, if a student is coming for guidance, the approach and the guidance would be different in that context. So, no, even if a person is coming one day before the examination, it's not too late, because inputs would always be there. And we'll definitely always make an attempt to empower the candidate more and more.
So, ma'am, what's your message to the aspirants who are watching this video right now?
Okay, so my message to anyone who decides to write the civil services exam is that once the decision has been made, you should try your level best at every stage of the examination to qualify. The process wherein you start to introspect that am I worthy or not actually takes away more from the process than what it gives to you. So my message would be that if you decide to do so, then give it your very best. And if you have any fear that I'll give it certain number of years, maybe 5 years, 6 years, and uske baad mein kya karunga ya kya karungi, if you have given your best, you'll have enough learning and enough skills and enough endurance, enough perseverance to make it into any other field. So you're not really, never think you're wasting your time or your energy. Give it your very best if you have decided. And once you do that, you'll come out either as an officer or you'll come out as someone who can make it anyway.
Ma'am, you know what success for aspirants looks like? What does success look like for you? What does success mean to UPSC Guru?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, actually. See, for UPSC Gurus, as I told you, the intent is to make people cross the boundaries and get to their best potential, not be insulated inside a compartment that they've made, that I am a certain person, I have a certain way of functioning, etc. Break all those barriers and actually come out to be a person who can perform better. That is the intent behind what we are trying to do for the maximum number of people that we can. Now you're asking that what is success for us? With that intent, actually, when we function, It reminds me of a story actually that one of my very close students happened to say to me. His mother had also visited, and and she very generously said to me that you've done a very good job. You've guided him very well, and she was very happy. The exam had happened. The result had not yet come, and still that gratitude was flowing, and I was overwhelmed. And at that point of time I just said one thing to her कि मैम स्टूडेंट जिसको क्वालिफाई करना होता है वो क्वालिफाई ज़रूर करता है, हम उसके साथ बस उस टाइम पे जुड़ जाते हैं. सो वी द प्रिविलेज इज ऑफ आवर्स that we have been able to participate in the success story of an individual, remembered or forgotten, but we've been able to play a part. So I think the more we can play to those stories, the more we can participate in those things. I think that's what success for UPSC gurus over time will keep on building and keep on expanding.
That's amazing. It's not very common to see this level of care, not only within IAS coaching, but within most coaching centers. So, hats off to UPSC Guru for embodying those values.
Thank you so much for your kind words, and it was lovely talking to you.
Ma'am, it was an absolute pleasure and privilege. And I hope one day my kids will also go to UPSC Guru and crack the IAS.
Sure, we'll be happy to help.